Hello, everyone, and welcome back to your The Contemporary World subject. This is still your professor, Mr. Krippe Anthony A. Ramos, and for this session, we will be talking about the globalization of religion. All right, for the learning objectives of this lesson, after this session, you must be able first to explain how globalization affects religious practices and beliefs. And second, you must be able to analyze the relationship between religion and global conflict, and conversely, global peace. So as we go along the way and discuss this topic, it is important to define what is religion. Ano nga ba ang relihiyon in the first place? So religion is said to be one of the earliest sources of social truths ranging from arguments explaining the existence of the world to codes of conduct governing individual existence. So if you will be going back to our history, mapapansin natin na marami talaga mga bagay dati na hindi pa napapaliwanag, lalong-lalo ng siyensya. At karaniwan, siyempre, people will be asking, wala namang ibang tinanungan nun ng mga tao kundi siyempre ang relihiyon. And religion will actually be able to answer and give you an insight, bakit nga ba nangyari ito, bakit nag-exist ito, bakit merong ganito at merong ganyan. And even, no, sa pag sinabi natin itong religion, there are also codes of conduct in which it will govern your individual existence natin. Example, hindi ba? Ang mga religion sinasabi na bawal kang pumatay, no? Bawal kang maging masamang tao, bawal kang maging bastos, and so on and so forth. Maraming values na ini-espouse itong religion, no, na kung saan kailangan natin sumunod. Kahit nga halimbawa, ang ating pagkain, maapektuhan ito. So paano pamamaraan? May mga relihiyon na magsasabi sa inyo na bawal mo 'tong kainin, bawal bawal kang halimbawa kumain ng karne ng baboy, bawal ka halimbawa kumain ng ng dinuguan, and so on and so forth. So of course, it will actually govern an individual's existence. Kahit nga halimbawa, no, so sa simpleng kakain ka na nga lang, 'di ba? Sinasabihan tayo at binabanggit ng mga relihiyon at some point na kailangan magdasal bago tayo kumain. And with that, yan ang isang patunay that even the codes of our conduct, no, syempre meron po itong epekto. Okay? And according to Geertz, religion is a system of symbols which act to establish powerful, pervasive, and long-lasting moods and motivations in men by formulating conceptions with such an aura of factuality that the moods and motivations seem uniquely realistic. And of course, religion is said to be a set of practices, beliefs, usually your moral codes, your rituals, explanations of the cause, purpose, and even the nature of the universe and the symbols. Okay? So if we will be looking into the relationship, globalization and religion, medyo kung sa no, sa relationship status, it's complicated, no? Bakit kaya? While religion takes advantage of communication and transportation technology, it becomes the source of globalization's greatest resistance by acting as a haven for those standing in opposition to its power. Bakit? Because if you will be going back to our discussions, no, so to our lessons about globalization, globalization will intend to give you the opportunity para piliin yung mga bagay na gusto mo. Gusto mo halimbawa ng tawag dito, mga videos, no, na pang mature or pang adult, automatic you will be able to have it if we will be talking about globalization. But of course, if we will be talking about the religion on the other hand, karaniwan, no, nagkakaroon ito ng resistance at saka pagkakaiba sa kanilang itinuturo. Kung kaya't, ito yung nagiging resulta ng bagay na binabanggit natin. Sabi rin po dyan that the basic tenets of globalization stand against religious parochialism na ang kanilang focus at syempre maging loyal. See, for example, sa isang bansa or sa isang lugar. And most religions is said to be not relegated to the few countries where they began. Religions have in fact spread and scattered on a global scale. Mapapansin niyo yan, no, from time to time, 'di ba? Halimbawa yung Christianity. Ang Christianity kahit na ito ay nagsimula sa may Israel, mapapansin ninyo na sa iba't ibang mga bansa, lalo sa Europa at no, ibang parte ng Asia, mas marami pa yung mga tao, no, na Kristiyano kung tawagin. Okay? So, if we will be looking into the contributions ng mga relihiyon, hindi papadaig diyan of course ay yung sa Islam, ano. So according to Harvard Divinity School, Islam arrived in the Philippines in the early 14th century with Arab and Malay merchants following Southeast Asian trade networks, no? So nagsimula ang lahat nung nung dumating itong ating mga ng mga kapatid nating mga Arabo at saka mga Malay merchants na ang kanilang intention before is to actually sell products, no? Their merchandise. And the spread of Islam in the Philippines also introduced a sophisticated culture daw po and a system of government known as a sultanate. In Filipino, it is known as your sultanato. Okay, so that Datu or Sultan is said to be the leader designated by Allah and is said to possess religious and political power. So ito yung binabanggit na divine right, no, ng mga Datu at saka mga Sultan na kung saan hindi sila basta-basta matatanggal or hindi sila basta-basta maaalis. Bakit? It is simply because sila ay pinaniniwalaan na meron silang divine right. So what is a divine right? Na ang kanila pong kapangyarihan mapa sa lugar nila o kaya limbawa or if we're talking about sa lugar yung political power nila or even sa religious power nila, ito daw po ay nanggagaling kay Allah or sa kanila pong Diyos. Okay? And take note that the authority daw po no na ginagawa nitong mga dato or sultan is considered to be sacred and his administration is based on the laws of Islam, also known as the Sharia. Okay? And even dito sa batas natin sa Pilipinas, may exemption no, for the Sharia law, lalong-lalo sa mga kapatid nating mga Muslims. Okay? So the design of mosques or places or worship mimic the architectural design of its Middle Eastern counterparts. Kaya nga mapapansin ninyo, yung mga mosque ng ating mga ng ating mga kapatid na Muslim dito sa Pilipinas, it's quite similar doon sa mga mosque na matatagpuan po natin sa may Middle East. Okay? Sige. Alright. So after the Islam, of course, meron tayong meron tayong another religion na quite powerful and of course, they are influential in terms of globalization. That is your Christianity. It is said to be the globalizer of the new world. So it has been said that the native population's mode of dressing, marital practices, system of writing, and moral codes were dramatically changed under the supervision of the Catholic clergy. When you say Catholic clergy, of course, ito yung mga ating tinatawag na pare, no, yung mga praile, yung mga obispo, lahat na nandun sa mga na tinatawag na religious side na or religious group ng ating pong simbahan. So on the other hand, kapag ang tawag naman sa mga tao na hindi part ng clergy, yung tinatawag natin na laity or the lay people. Okay? So the socio-political effects of Islam, the most evident effect was that they were subjected to a different political structure and made to pay tribute and reverence to a king who was based thousands of miles away. Okay? So that is your Christianity. So in terms of religion, beliefs and practices, no, if we will be looking and giving the context to the Philippines or to the Filipinos, you will notice that the religion has figured its way in the economic activities of Filipinos by exerting influence over laws regulating it. Kaya nga, mapapansin natin na in our country, talagang factor no yung simbahan kapag gumagawa ng batas because they are also lobbying no regardless of the religion mapa-Kristiyano man ito mapa-Buddhist man ito mapa-Islam man ito no they have the right no dito sa ating bansa to express their opinions and to express of course whatever they would want no na maging factor ng pagdesisyon ng ating mga ng mga ating mga legislador kung tawagin yung mga congressman natin at saka yung ating pong mga senador. Okay? So, in terms of global conflict, syempre alam natin na ang papel ng relihiyon ay hindi rin matatawaran because religious affiliation and conviction often motivate religious communities to advocate particular peace-related government policies. Kasi nga, mapapansin ninyo no, na ang mga relihiyon ang kanilang ine-espouse ay yung values, no? Yung mga values na kailangan sundin ng mga tao in order for them na mabuhay ng tama at nararapat. Ayan, no? At karaniwan, itong mga religion na ito, yung mga affiliation na ito, na nila, no? Pinopromote nila no, yung mga values kagaya ng kapayapaan, pagkakaisa, and something na alike dun sa mga nabanggit kanina. Okay? Your religious communities also directly oppose repression and promote peace and reconciliation kagaya na binabanggit natin kanina. Kaya nga kung mapapansin ninyo, no, if you will notice yung giyera 'no ng ating mga kapatid doon sa may Israel at saka mga kapatid natin na mga ano 'no, na nandun sa may Palestine. Siyempre nagiging ano 'to 'no, nagiging issue ito kaya nga mariringgan niyo maraming leader na magsasabi, kagaya halimbawa ng Santo Papa sa Roma, na itigil na yung mga ano na, yung mga pag-aaway at hindi pagkakasundo at kasi nga ang nagiging biktima nito ay karaniwan yung mga taong wala namang kinalaman sa gulo. Okay, and of course, your religious leaders and institutions can mediate in conflict situations, serve as a communication link between opposing sides, and provide training in peacemaking methodologies, 'no? If siyempre itong mga leaders natin ay itong mga religious leaders natin and even institutions will be true to their ano 'no, to their values and of course to their mandate, which is siyempre mapabuti 'no, yung lugar ng kanila pong nasasakupan. Okay? So, siyempre bakit ba natin 'to pinag-uusapan? We would really want to attain what we call as the global peace. So, your global peace is a concept of global conflict resolution dependent on non-violent processes to eradicate war. This relies upon a multi-strand approach to conflict resolution, incorporating broad and social political solutions. And of course, without this, the destructive tendencies of our species will continue to inch us closer to catastrophe. Kasi nga syempre, as we were able to discuss itong mga nakaraan ano, sa ating mga previous discussions, itong mga nauna, ang ating pinag-uusapan when you see ano 'no, globalization, lahat naman ng mga bansa ay merong kanya-kanya pong mga interest. Meron tayong kanya-kanyang aspirations na gusto nating makamit. Pero siyempre dahil nga nagkakaiba-iba ito, nagiging or nagpo-pose ito ng problema 'no, sa international community simply because yun nga 'no, dahil gusto ng isa ganito, maaaring iyon din ang gusto ng isa. So paano nila makukuha yun? That might result to conflict. So of course, our main goal as one ano po 'no, as one part of the world, siyempre magkaroon tayo ng tinatawag na global peace so that hindi tayo magkaroon ng kaguluhan and worse, walang mamatay or walang ano 'no, mga inosenteng madamay doon sa mga nagaganap na problema at mga challenges. Okay. And we will be ending this session by, of course, giving you a good quote coming from Pope Francis. He said that too often we participate in the globalization of indifference. May we strive instead to live global solidarity so that, no, syempre wala naman tayong ibang goal kundi maging maayos ang ating lugar, ang ating bansa, at ang ating mundo. And that will actually be the end of our discussion about the globalization of religion. I hope that everyone has a key takeaway sa naging discussion natin for this session. Okay? So let me just also grab the opportunity to thank everyone for attending our session. And I hope to see you all on the succeeding ones. Thank you very much, everyone.